The promo ends with a voiceover that piques curiosity. Any chance you can be pregnant? This simple question sparks a chain of speculation and highlights how intertwined the lives of those in Port Charles have become. The visual montage accompanying this line shows Molly, Willow, Sasha, and Brooke Lynn, each with a gaze that hints at untold stories and private thoughts. Why is this question so important? The answer lies in how the potential pregnancies could upend existing relationships and power dynamics within their close-knit circle. Is this why Lois, known for her colourful expressions and dramatic flair, exclaims a classic "Holy cannoli"? Her reaction suggests she might already suspect or know more than she lets on. The tension grows not just from the mystery of who might be expecting, but from what such news could mean for families, friendships, and future plans. This scene serves as a perfect cliffhanger, allowing viewers to ponder how a potential pregnancy might disrupt or bond these characters. If Willow is the one expecting, what will that mean for her tumultuous relationship with Drew and her fragile ties to Michael? Or, if it's Sasha, how would her recent history with heartbreak and loss shape her response? Each possibility presents its own ripple effect on the stories that are about to unfold. The addition of new details like tense exchanges, subtle glances, or whispered secrets could only deepen the intrigue. Lucky's surprising decision, the ties that bind or break. Before the sudden shift to questions of parenthood, another dramatic scene unfolds. Lucky, ever the conflicted soul, announces to Elizabeth that he cannot stay in Port Charles. The timing of this revelation leaves much to be unpacked. Why now? His departure poses serious questions about his priorities, loyalty, and the lingering grief over their shared past. Elizabeth, known for her resilience and sharp tongue, reacts with visible disbelief. Is this decision driven by a yearning for freedom, an unspoken guilt, or a sense of responsibility pulling him elsewhere? However, the story hints that there may be news about Lulu that could change everything. A revelation regarding his sister could pull at Lucky's heartstrings and remind him of the family ties that have always defined his life. Imagine a letter arriving unexpectedly or a voice message echoing through an otherwise quiet scene, moments that would add layers of complexity to Lucky's turmoil. The possibility of a sudden change of heart adds an air of suspense as viewers ponder whether he'll take the risk and stay, confronting his demons, or continue on a path that distances him from those who care for him most. Jason's fury, a brother's reckoning. Jason, the unwavering protector of those he loves, becomes a force to be reckoned with after learning shocking news. The revelation that Drew, his own brother, has betrayed Michael by becoming involved with Willow sets the stage for an explosive confrontation. Jason, characterized by his stoic demeanor and fierce sense of loyalty, has never been one to let a slight against his family go unanswered. His protective instincts, particularly regarding Carly's children, have been a driving force throughout his life. This week, that unwavering resolve will lead to a moment of reckoning between Jason and Drew, underscored by anger and dimly lit, with tense music in the background as Jason approaches Drew. Words may be exchanged, sharp and biting, but fists follow, bringing years of rivalry and brotherhood to a breaking point. This altercation, while rooted in betrayal, also opens the door to questions about Jason's own vulnerabilities. Is he simply protecting Michael, or is there a deeper wound being exposed? Adding subtle elements like Drew's expression of regret or Jason's momentary hesitation before the fight could elevate this showdown from a mere fight to a symbolic clash of values and unresolved emotions. Michael's dilemma, a moment that changes everything. The build-up to Jason's confrontation starts with Michael, who finds himself in an impossible situation. He catches a moment between Drew and Willow that he was never meant to see. The implications of witnessing such a private exchange are vast. Michael, known for his strategic mind and often conflicted emotions, must decide what to do with this knowledge. Does he tell Jason outright, setting the wheels of confrontation in motion, or does he first test the waters by sharing this with someone else? The thought of him spilling the news to Jason at a bar introduces a layer of vulnerability, a setting where the weight of family loyalty and betrayal can be laid bare without the trappings of political ambition or decorum. Imagine Michael's hand trembling slightly as he holds his drink, his eyes narrowing with a mix of betrayal and realization. The shift in his expression, from shock to steely resolve, can signal his next move. The significance of this moment lies not just in the telling, but in how it reshapes his relationship with Willow and impacts his trust in Drew. The addition of flashbacks or internal monologues could enrich the storytelling, illustrating Michael's internal conflict as he wrestles with the consequences of his next action. Drew's double life. A gamble at the podium. The week's events begin with Drew, poised at a podium, a symbol of his political aspirations and his carefully curated public image. "You can count on me," he declares confidently, words that could seal his place as the successor to the late Congressman McConkie. But beneath this polished exterior is a man living a double life, trying to balance ambition with the weight of his personal choices. His involvement with Willow, a liaison shrouded in secrecy, could shatter not just his own dreams but those of everyone connected to him. The audience can almost see the beads of sweat forming under the bright lights, the forced smile as applause fills the room. Drew's outward confidence is matched by an inner turmoil that only grows when he realizes that his secret is not as well kept as he believed. A subtle tremor in his voice, or a brief, darting glance toward the back of the room, where Michael stands watching, could hint at what's to come. Adding in details about Drew's silent confrontation with his conscience, or whispered warnings from his closest allies, can make this scene resonate more deeply. The fallout from this revelation won't just affect him, it's the catalyst for the week's dramatic shifts.